Hi, my name's Amy Barrett-Daffin, and I'm the publisher at C&T Publishing, and today I'm really excited to talk to you about one of our new books. It is DIY Witchcraft, Make 22 Objects for Daily Magical Practice, and this is by Flora and Maureen Dennis. So the first project I want to show you is up on the wall behind me, and it is a plant hanging. And let me back up for a second. The thing I want to tell you about this book that I really like is this book is like natural crafts or nature crafts. It uses things found in nature and it infuses them with your spirit and your energy. And I really like that about this because whenever I make a quilt or a project or an embroidery, I put my love into it, and that's what this book reminds me of, is people are putting their feelings into these objects to make them special for themselves or for someone else. So the first one, like I said, is a plant hanging. And what you do is, it's a great way for drying herbs and things that you want to use in your practice. So what I did was, and they really stress finding these things sustainably. So I happen to have a garden and I grow a lot of my own herbs because I love to cook. So let me just show you some of the things that I collected. So the first thing I did was I collected a stick on my walk and I found it on the ground. They say don't pull something off a tree. If you can find something on the ground, do that. And then I found some eucalyptus, and this was not in my yard, but I found it on a walk. And then I got thyme, mint, rosemary, and sage. I also had some lavender in my front yard and some rose hips, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a minute. So I made this plant hanging. It took about a week for all my herbs to dry, and once they're dry, they're ready to use. You definitely want to make sure that your herbs are dry for this project, and I'll show you what that project is next. But this is the method that I used to dry it. I made a plant hanging and I'm really happy with it, and I think I'm going to continue to dry my herbs this way on this stick because it makes me happy to look at and it's easy to do. So for this pillow, I want to include, I'm making my own version because that's how I roll, and so I want to combine deep sleep and yoga. And this pillow is for my sister Antoinette. Shh, don't tell her. And so what I want to include in here is the lavender, the rose, salt, and then my eucalyptus, my mint, my sage, and my rosemary. And I'm going to throw a little bit of thyme in just because I want to. So they tell you you can buy a store-bought pillow, but what I did is I made a pillow. So I embroidered this beautiful motif from our Sashiko stencils, and then I added some velvet ribbon, and I did it in purple because that's my sister's favorite color, and I added a zipper, and you can see the pretty fabric on the back. And then what I did was, because if for some reason something was damp in there, I wanted to make sure it was easy to wash, so I made a little extra sleeve to go inside. So I'm going to slip this in here and get it nice and as flat as I can. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stuff it with the things that go inside. The thing I forgot to mention is in all of these pillows, you put in buckwheat, and that's what's in this bowl. And they're buckwheat hulls, and you can get them at a health food store, you can get them online. They're really easy to find. So I'm just going to scoop them and dump those in because I want to get an idea of how much I need. So hold on, let's get the spoon out. And I'm just going to keep scooping. Okay, so that's about half full. Okay, so I've got about, it's a little less than half full. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to mix in my herbs and my other things. So I'm going to dump in my salt. I'm going to add my rose petals, my lavender. Okay, now I'm going to grab my spices from back, my things from back here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that off. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up. Okay. Dump that in. Let's see. Whoop. Obviously, this is the first time cooking with Amy at C&T Publishing. Okay, so we got some in there. I'm going to mix it up. And then I'm going to put in some more buckwheat. So let me get some more in my big bowl here. And they do say that you have to switch this out probably every 6 months, just because the herbs will lose their smell. And so you want to make sure that, you know, you keep that stuff fresh. And it does settle quite a bit. There we go. All right. We're getting there. It's almost full. A couple more scoopfuls. There we go. That looks pretty full. Okay. Can I say I've never been a big zipper pro, but I was really happy with how these 2 zippers worked. So now I've got it in there. So now that's all the way in, and I'm going to go ahead and zip it up. And then I'm going to squish my pillow around, and there you have it. And let me smell it. Oh, it smells so good. And I think that this is really going to be a nice pillow for my sister. I think it's going to help her relax and meditate and all those good things. So that's how you make the DIY Witches pillow. And it literally took me to make both the little pouches and embroider and everything. I probably got this whole thing done in 2 hours. Makes a great gift or something just to use for yourself. So once again, this was for DIY for witches. Make 22 objects for daily magical practice. I'm definitely going to be making a couple more projects from this book. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to C&T Publishing's YouTube channel, and have a great day. Bye.